Oh shit, what's up, dude? You are listening to Swamp Talk, brought to you by Brattlebrook Studio. Here's your hosts, Sean Miller and Corey Bush. Help me.
Well, I know they get fucking complimentary fleshlights. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Every time I get hurt, I get a flashlight? Oh, the bums are going to love this underneath the bridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Swamp Talk. Here's your hosts, Sean Miller and Corey Bush.
Wow. This is
just music.
I know, this is crazy. It's actually, you know what? Because we're outside right now, I think I still hear crickets.
Yeah.
And then you can't get an exterminator to come outside.
No.
So, I mean, we just got to deal
as
with
you
that.
heard last episode, you know, the pest control came,
Yep, they smoked
burst
us
open
out.
the door, knocked Corey out immediately.
Yeah,
He said,
like,
"Oh, that's what I do," but that's not how you do it. You don't just burst into play. And then he drops his
But
canister.
then, like, later we read in the fine print that, like, how he arrives is very late, like hours past when they should be operating as an extermination company. And I was trying to leave. So, I mean, he kept me there.
Yeah, it was
Very
anyways,
unfortunate.
Tonight we got a guest. What's our guest name?
Should I be the one to introduce myself here?
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yes, please introduce yourself. Give a shout out to all your podcasts, your social medias,
Everything
like anything
you
you
got.
want to plug in. Here's your time.
I got y'all covered. My name is Nathan Ragland. I am the host of the Postmodern Art Podcast, the podcast dedicated to giving artists who are wowing the world over the platform they deserve. You can find me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, wherever you can find your podcasts. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at PostmodArtPod to see more about this podcast, updates, guests you might be interested in, all that stuff.
Awesome.
Nice.
So be sure to check them out, and don't just say you're going to check them out. Fucking do it.
Yeah, don't forget.
Please do it.
People can look at their stats.
Yeah, they can see if you actually did it or not.
Yeah.
We live in 2021 now, so
That's how we know if you heard
yeah,
our podcast or not.
yeah. You say you're
Our
from
stats
a
don't
state,
change.
and we see that that state hasn't listened to us yet. We know you're a fucking liar.
Exactly.
Anyways, we're outside. Our guest is not outside, so I'm kind of jealous because it's getting pretty cold out. We do have a nice fire.
It
lit.
could be worse.
It could be worse.
It's only fall.
And it's
I'm
not
also
windy.
surprised I never heard the outside thing. I was surprised you guys were going to be doing that, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me today when he was like, we're doing it outside. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, but
When I messaged him, that's when I decided that we should do this outside.
I was like, I'm down for
Lovely.
whatever.
Yeah, I
Let's
checked
just
the
make
weather
sure.
and I was like, all right, we're doing it.
Gotta just make sure everything works. So some things might cut out. We have backup plans in play, so everything should be covered.
It's
May God have mercy
suspicious.
on our souls.
Suspicious
Yeah.
how smoothly everything's going.
I know, this is very odd. It's off of 5G, and 5G is completely shit when it comes to streaming.
Yeah. Too spotty. You can't shut it off.
Yeah.
Shit is-
At least around here it is.
There you go.
Anyways, let's fucking get right into it.
Let's-
Oh, yeah. If you drink, feel free to drink. If you smoke, feel free to smoke. We do this podcast completely inebriated.
Well, I'll tell you what, let me quickly grab a beer and get myself a bottle opener to go with it.
Oh,
all right.
Awesome. Sounds good.
I might as well go all for it. There we go. Give me 1 minute. Put the headphones off for a second. I totally planned for this. Absolutely.
We did too.
Hey,
I can tell.
We gave him a nice view of the fire. on our-
We got a little
yes.
webcam
our
right
little
here,
shitty webcam.
so he can at least see the fire.
Oh, it's bubble. Oh, fuck. Wonderful.
It's unfortunate that we had to turn the bar around. I was really hoping that you could get the full view of it, but you get to see our end of the bar.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's wonderful.
it's basically like you're behind the bar, like where we would be serving drinks
Yep.
Lovely.
to all our fans.
There we go.
All right, we are all on the same level now.
All right.
Well, eventually.
Yeah, true.
Well, this is only my first beer, so.
I'm on my second because I can't wait.
Why is it so sweet? Why does Sam Adams got to be so sweet?
Well, you got Jack off a pumpkin or whatever ale.
Shipyard isn't even that sweet.
Oh, is that what you guys are drinking as well?
Yeah.
He's drinking the Jacko pumpkin or whatever it is, and
Oh, I got Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. I was
That's what I
actually
should've
looking at that one, and I wanted the one that he grabbed, but I think you might have grabbed the last one because I couldn't see anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So
it's
I ended
super
up getting
sweet,
Shipyard
so
because
you got lucky.
it's basically
Fair
the
enough.
same thing.
It's actually, I will say, it's actually ironic that I'm drinking because my job, when I'm not doing my podcast, I actually work at a facility to where I basically set up beer to be shipped out to all the local companies or whatnot. Like,
okay.
I it's one of those, like, I'll be given a list of, like, you need 20 packs of Bud Light 12 by 12 packs, or 10 packs of this, or 5 of this, one for an entire route. And I set it up so it can be shipped out to all the different places.
So it's like a beer distribution center almost.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, all right. That is like a dream job.
Nice.
Honestly, do you get? Well, I mean, depending on the workload, but do they at least give you like discounts on beer?
No.
No, oh, that's kind of shit. Do you get to go dumpster diving for like the expired beers?
I've been told that before, but I haven't gotten to the point. I just recently started working there like the past month or so.
Okay.
So I haven't gotten to the point of the expired beers just yet.
Okay. Yeah, because that's a thing around at our beer distribution center. We got a Budweiser plant. We have a buddy of ours that whenever he was too poor to be able to afford beer, he was like, "Oh, anybody want to give me a ride to the Budweiser plant?
Yeah,
I'll go dumpster diving."
Brett went dumpster diving too a couple times.
Yeah. They usually always have beer. Like you break a bottle in one 12-pack, and they just like, "Oh, toss it.
Yeah,
it's
toss
all
it.
bad."
Misprints. See, that's what you would think, and that's what I was thinking kind of going into it. But the way that we kind of run it is there's so many like accidents that happen that we have a room set up for just like repairs and damages. So if like one gets busted, it's like, okay, get a new box, just get a new bottle, go ahead and repackage it and ship it on out.
So do you guys got like a big facility?
It's fairly big. I'm not gonna say it's huge. I've worked at bigger facilities, but it's nothing to sneeze at because I'm close by to a college town, so it's one of those, especially the fact that we are Anheuser-Busch as well, aka Budweiser, Bud Light, all that stuff.
Yep.
We ship out a lot of stuff, so yeah, it's big for what we do.
Okay, because ours is kind of small. It's in an industrial park, so they don't get too much room.
Forget it's there. It's like
okay, fair.
It's like up on a hill in between some trees.
Yeah, they probably just don't have the repackage or repair room.
Yeah, I think I don't know what qualified them to throw them out.
I don't
always
know.
like
it was IPA, and it wouldn't be Budweiser or Bud Light. It would always be like a random beer that I've never heard of or something.
The stuff Jimbo got. He used to get Bud Light, the one they came when they first came, the tin bottles.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, how are those? It must have been a misprint or something, right?
I don't know. I think they were just expired by like a week or so.
Oh, well,
yeah,
I mean,
it was pretty gross. I still drank them. They're like really sweet, and like you can't drink it to the bottom because there's always like some gunk on it.
I mean, hey, that's usually a good beer though. The ones that tell you like you're supposed to like pour it in a little, or you're supposed to pour it in a glass and then leave like a sip or so in the bottle, and then you swish that around and then pour the
yeast.
Shit, yeah. There's beers like that. They have you pour it in, and it's supposed to be like the seasoning or flavoring for it. I don't know.
We still gotta try.
What sort of craft brew stuff are you drinking?
there's some weird shit I've gotten into. I had a little phase.
The Brett beer with Brett in it.
That was the worst.
I will say, on top of like the Anheuser-Busch stuff that we have, like we also have a part that is like craft beer and stuff like that. Some of the names alone are absolutely incredible. My personal favorite one I believe the company is like Mr. Monday Night or something like that, but they have one that's called Space Lettuce.
Space lettuce.
Space lettuce. That sounds like a weed. Like
Exactly.
a type of fucking strand that you'd be. It's like I want to try space
Yeah,
lettuce.
give me some of that space lettuce.
Which is actually ironic because we also have a separate room that has like weed infused beer or something like that, and like like for example, one of the names of it is Dr. Dank. That is that is a beer you can drink.
All right, now like I could definitely get on board with that room. Like that, if I ever worked there, you would never see me outside of that room. Like, oh shit, this one's broken. I better do quality control on it to make sure they're all good.
This doesn't look so good. I better try.
Yeah, I
it
better
before I
drink
look at
them
the
all to make sure that they're on par, and then we'll wait for another shipment or so.
What's funny is in like our keg room, so we have to keep it like cold. So you better be like bundling up with like 20 parkas before you walk into that room.
I have a parka.
I need to
I never
get one.
use it because I got a Salvation Army for like
Yeah,
$20.
I got ripped off last year. I
you
saw one of those ads on Facebook for a really cool parka, and I was like, oh shit. It was like $40 for the thing, so I was like, oh, I'll buy my whole family one. They said they shipped like a year ago, and I still haven't gotten the fucking things.
Oh wow!
I took my loss. I was like, I'm never buying anything off of Facebook again. Fuck that.
Did you at least attempt to get your money back? Because if like they shipped and you never got them, like,
I
what the
did.
fuck?
I contacted
Okay.
customer support, and I never got an email back. So I'm like, yeah, that's a scam.
Yeah, that's what I like PayPal for.
There you go.
PayPal always gives you your money back.
I was only out like $140, so lesson
those
learned.
are cheap parkas.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's just a drop
they
in
were
the
cheap.
pond.
Yeah, I bought parkas for my whole family, which was like 5 people, and I was out 140. So I
That's not
really
too bad.
can't complain.
That's not bad at all.
That's like the price of a parka.
Yeah, a cheap one.
Yeah. I will say, to be fair, I've certainly paid more for more interesting things. I can tell you right now, one of the most extravagant expenses when it comes, like for example, with my podcast, the biggest thing I like to do is with the each episode, I want to get like a different thumbnail for it to showcase like that artist's art in one aspect for another. The most expensive I paid for one is like over $200, but it was like 5 people, so like the person had to draw 5 people. Like
That's
that
cool.
alone is like the worth the price alone. So,
do you get artists off of Fiverr a lot?
I do not. No, I've thought about that partially because I want to be a part of their affiliate program, so I get
Yeah.
sponsored by them. But like,
I didn't know you
I
could
just
do that.
find it off at.
Oh,
Oh yeah, there's a
because
whole
they
entire
give you
system of that.
the contact information. So when you buy something off of Fiverr, you can contact the artist directly.
yeah, we need to. Get
And I was
new,
thinking, 'cause,
intro
like,
music.
The gaming clan that I'm a part of, we just got a Simpsons photo drawn up of the OG members, and I'm one of the
there
OG
you go.
members. And
Hey.
it was like $150 for this thing, but I mean, we're already getting sweatshirts made. We're getting some stickers made up of it. Like it was totally worth it. And like me just not thinking, I should have like asked the guy, hey, would you want to, come on one of the streams maybe, or even do a podcast with us or something,
Yeah.
just to like help him out a little bit more.
I mean, that'd be cool if nothing else.
Yeah. But that's awesome that you actually purchased the artwork. 'Cause I mean, that's helping the artist out right there.
Oh yeah, straight up. It's because that's what my podcast is all about. I want to bring these artists on and give them a spotlight because they're producing like incredible stuff. And if there's any way I can help them aside from creating this platform, because not a lot of people are following the platform, I at least want to help them by commissioning them to do a thumbnail. I think there's only been a couple that I haven't paid for, but that was because the guest was like, "Oh no, you don't have to do that. I got you." Like, which is cool when they do that, but I still at least offer before I'm like, "Hey, just do the thumbnail."
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome though. I mean, a $200 thumbnail is pretty pricey though.
It is, but I will say it was absolutely worth it. The artist was someone that goes by Magpie Raven Blackford. Absolutely outstanding artist. The occasion was I brought on a animator who basically animated one of my childhood shows, Class of 3000, if that ages me young or old or whatnot. But it's one of those, like, I went to this artist, I'm like, look, I want you to recreate that art style with these characters and such. And this is a person that basically makes their living off of art, unlike some people that's like, yeah, I do art, but I also have to work this day job to go with it.
Yep.
So it's one of those, like, yeah, it's pricier, but it's also something to help her pay rent.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean,
Yes.
that's cool though. Like the ones that nail the artwork that you ask for, like those are definitely the ones you want to be paying for. Like some people just do it as like a side gig, and then you're waiting a couple weeks for this thing, and it's like I could have just went to somebody that depends on this, and it would have been done in like a day or two.
Yeah,
and it would have been better. But yeah, you just gotta be
Probably.
careful with the artwork. At least when it comes to like us trying to get custom portraits, almost like whatever they are, we have to be careful.
I've always considered those things, at least for me, they always look like a scam, especially whenever you see them on like Facebook or something like that. Like those ads in particular look like the biggest scam on earth.
Yeah, yep. But Fiverr for the first time at it, it seems like a pretty legit thing, definitely.
Yeah.
So
Elderly woman, and I'm not the greatest reader either.
So
elderly
it makes it better.
woman taken to
Look, I'm wearing glasses and I agree with you. I can't read for shit.
Elderly woman taken to wrong house by ambulance and tucked up in stranger's bed.
Tucked in
Oh,
stranger's bed.
Yeah. So they just brought this old lady to some person's house and just tucked them in. I wonder what their reaction was in the morning.
Oh my
Grandma?
I want to say, whenever you said tucked in, my first thought is like the Princess and the Pea, like she's in between the bed mattress and the frame's like, help me.
They stuffed her in a mattress.
Exactly.
Fire here.
But still, good Lord, like it makes me wonder how drunk or how high the ambulance driver was for this.
I don't know. But anyways, a pensioner ended up being tucked into a stranger's bed after an ambulance crew took her home to the wrong address. Elizabeth Mahoney, 89, had been recovering from COVID at the county hospital in, Pontypool for 10 long weeks. Oh, my God. And her family were relieved to hear she's finally been given a discharge date, which was Friday, March 12th. Oh, that's the end of the sentence. But they began to get concerned when she failed to show up at her home I gotta readjust this. I can't read it.
Goodness.
But they began to get concerned when she failed to show up at her home in nearby New Inn at the scheduled time. It was only after a few hours that it transpired that she'd instead been taken by ambulance to an address in Newport, more than 8 miles away from where she lived.
Could you imagine?
In the bed of a total stranger.
Oh, this must be her husband.
Yeah.
Let's just plop her right here.
This is fine.
The part that gets me is, how do you not wake up?
I don't know.
Whatever drugs they administer to them at the hospital, or I'm talking about the people in the. Never mind. I had the thought. I was like, I wonder if how conscious the grandma was of the entire situation. Like if she was asleep, they put her in this bed or whatnot, and tucked her in, and it's like,
where was the
whatever drugs they
strangers?
administered.
Like the people who own the residence, where the fuck were they?
I don't know.
How did they just leave the door unlocked or whatever? Like, all right, this must be her room. Is this your room? The grandma completely out of it. It's like, yeah, that's my room.
Like, I'm not exactly confident on squatters' rights and all stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure there's got to be like a fine line between accident and I own this place now.
Yeah. If anything, I feel like the grandma should have been like to the owners when they got home, like, well, now this is my house. Because this is where the paramedics dropped me off, and I have dementia, and this is all I remember.
Yes, I live here now.
Yep. So, I am your new roommate.
Oh, Grandma got a new house.
Yeah, Grandma got a new house.
This is a quote. The whole thing was a catalog of errors from start to finish, said her son, Brian Mahoney from, oh my God, is that even a word? There's no,
Yes.
there's Quambran. There's
It's in tight.
CWNBRAN.
Quambran.
Quambran. We'd originally been called at about 1 p.m. on that day, and told Mom,
Oh, okay.
and told Mom was on her way home, so my wife went over to greet her. About an hour later, I rang to see what was happening, and was told she still hadn't turned up. Brian then phoned the hospital only to be informed there had been a bit of a problem.
You don't say.
Mom had suffered a stroke not long back.
No.
So naturally, we were concerned something bad had happened to her. About 3:40 p.m., I eventually got a call saying she'd been taken to a house in Newport. You know, I don't really care about their quotes. I just want to know what the fuck happened. Brian said while he was still waiting an official explanation, he believed his mom's details were confused with those of a female patient with dementia who was also due to go home from the hospital on the same day. More quotes. Wait, this isn't even... Hold up.
Was this whole thing created by AI?
No. This isn't even an American... This whole time I thought it was an American article.
I knew once you said mom.
Yeah, well, I was
Yeah,
confused. And then I looked at the ambulance and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't the U.S.
Oh man, they have highlighter yellow. Yeah, that's definitely.
I don't like the way this article is written. It's all just a bunch of quotes.
It's from
So-
fucking Britain.
Basically, this old woman was brought to the wrong house, and she was brought to a house with that was supposed to be the home of some other dementia patient, and she was brought there and tucked in, blah, 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 blah.
I feel like Britain's just a bunch of quotes.
Yeah, no, that's how they write their whole article is just quotes. It's not giving
The
me
whole
any
fucking country's a
information.
quote.
God damn it.
You go there and they get you with their fucking dry humor. It's
This
just
is
like,
all-
are you quoting somebody that I don't know who the fuck they are because you're clearly smarter than me? Like, it's not cool because I don't get your joke.
I just want to say, like, with this entire situation, like, if I was put in this kind of situation to where they're wondering, okay, where do you live? My first instinct, especially if I'm in Britain for one reason or another, my first instinct would be like, yeah, I live in Buckingham Palace.
Yeah. Like, if you clearly don't remember, just say, like, something completely ridiculous and be like, okay, maybe we should wait until the family contacts us before we try and drop off this old lady with dementia.
I shit
Or
my
a
Do we
stroke
have
or
a-
whatever she had.
Do we have an emergency contact?
Well, because of the stroke she suffered, she probably doesn't remember.
That's what I'm saying. There had to have been, like, an emergency contact with this entire situation.
Well, hopefully it wasn't the husband.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, because chances are.
I think I saw somewhere in there he died.
Yeah, that would make sense,
Like
actually.
If it was the husband, they would probably been like, yeah, just head towards the funeral home.
Yeah, actually, I have a plot already picked out. They may or may not have dug it already, but you can just throw me in.
But, sir, she's alive. No, that's exactly the point.
She asked us. These are her wishes.
Oh, goodness. This is an interesting story. It's amazing how willing, like, those emergency services are with situations like that, you know? Because it's like, again, this is just me. You would think, like, the first person you would contact would not be, you know, asking the woman, okay, where do you live, ma'am? Be like, okay, just to be safe, we'll contact the people that live with her and be like, give us an address. We'll go from there.
Yeah, or a caretaker or something. Like, she's got to be old enough to
Exactly.
have somebody watching after her, right? Like, sheesh. It just seems like ever since COVID, the neglect rate on things is just through the roof.
Well, I mean, I'll say part of that's probably because do you see how much more these hospitals have to handle with
Yep.
all this
Oh, yeah.
bullshit?
They're
I
like,
mean-
they're probably told like, we need room. We need to get. Yeah, she just had a stroke. Get her out. She won't remember. Just drop her off anywhere. Who the fuck cares?
Give her a bottle of water and send her out the door.
Yeah, bottle water.
Bottle of water. Hey, Mort, you get a bottle of water.
I used to think his accent or his attempt at a British accent was atrocious and the worst thing ever. And then one day we had somebody from Britain.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. And
Always
he was
talking
just like,
about him every
actually, he's
episode.
pretty spot on. And I was like, you got to be fucking shitting me. I'm like, all this time.
she had to say something like, that's pretty cockney if I do say so myself.
Oh, Jamie.
Yeah.
Every episode we bring him up. I
Yeah.
wonder if he listens. He's like, why do he always bring me up?
No, he probably stopped after we told him that we were going to get him an AC because apparently over there only the really rich and the Queen have air conditioning. So we were like, well, what the fuck? I mean, an AC over here at the time we thought because
You
it
can
was
get
like
hundreds of
springtime.
them. Yeah.
So we are like, yeah, we'll get you an AC and we'll ship it out to you. Blah. And he was like, oh, I'll get the conversion thing from American to, our outlet, Jack. We're like, okay, cool. Then
Never
summer
figured
hit
out that guy.
in America and all the ACs were sold out or jacked up on price. And it's just like, oh, Jamie, I'm so sorry. So
Fair
we're
enough.
hoping that we can get one like in the off season, send it to him. So next summer he'll hopefully be prepped for it.
But you know what? That's fair enough.
So that's like our good deed because he told us that, and I was like, everybody deserves an AC. Like that's ridiculous that like only the rich can have one over in Britain. Like
Yeah.
everyone has one in America.
Yeah.
It's funny. So the house that I'm living in, our AC unit has been jacked up for a little bit, like the full house one. So my dad just went to the store and just got a bunch of personal AC units for each individual room. Now I have my own personal AC unit on top of the AC that already runs through.
Nice.
We had one AC, and it's in my room because in my apartment, it's the hottest room in the fucking house. I don't know what the hell's going on there. The boiler must be underneath me or something. Either way, it's enough, like the small little fucking AC I bought, to chill out my whole apartment. And I was honestly like thankful because my electricity this summer was through the fucking roof just off of one AC. So I was like, oh God, I can only imagine if I got 3 more of them to chill out the rest of the apartment. Like, holy shit. And
It's
now,
like I might as well be Mr. Moneybags here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
yeah, gas this winter. Oh my God. Actually,
Oh, dude, it's gonna be
speaking of
fucking
that, I
expensive.
gotta tell my girl to turn off the gas. I forgot I left that running.
Yeah, dude, that shit's
would
gonna
help.
be crazy this summer or this winter. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fucking
Especially with-
expensive.
Especially with how weird the weather's just been the past couple years or whatnot alone.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, because of global warming, we won't need the heat too much this winter.
I think we're gonna have a good winter.
Maybe. We didn't have a good one last year. I mean, we did and we didn't.
And it was nice and warm.
We had like a good amount of snow. Like, we had a couple storms, but the snow stayed, and it never got too cold.
Yeah, the best was fucking
It was all right.
2013. That was the best year for winter. 2012.
2012.
Winter Storm Nemo, dude. Almost 3 feet of snow.
Oh, yeah, that would... Wait,
Also, that winter we had a fucking snowstorm every week, dropping at least 6 inches.
what year was the one that we had the one in October? Right on Halloween.
That was a couple years ago. We were just talking about it at work. I don't remember.
No,
what
the
year it was.
big one where we all went to Dylan's house.
Yeah, that was a couple. Yeah,
that was more. They haven't lived there in like 5 years, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been like. Well, Cody wasn't in school yet, so. It's
Yeah,
like
she had to go to school for
7
4
years
years.
ago,
Yeah. 7 years ago. It was a couple years ago.
yeah, it's not that long. Still within the
Yeah,
decade.
7 years.
Couple's a relative term, let's be honest.
That's
Um,
time's just a fucking figment of our imagination.
Which
It's a
one-
construct that we made up.
Which one was the one that quote unquote crippled Atlanta? I forget which one that was.
Oh,
Uh,
there's one every
Ooh.
year.
Well,
No,
I mean,
but, like,
they're
the
right
one-
there
the-
too.
Is that
I was
the
gonna
one
say like
everyone was making fun of them? I think that was in like
yeah.
2011 or something like that. I think it was the same year that we got all the snowstorms. Up
Oh,
here.
when the world was supposed to end. like getting towards
remember
everybody was like
on
2012 the world's coming to an end 2012.
SNL, they had an episode and they just had to storm down south like Alabama and shit, and they're making fun of all the people trying to drive in their Escalades.
Speaking of that, when's our new Doomsday? Do we know that yet? When are the speculations this time around?
I think they ran out
they've
of
been
ideas.
wrong
Oh, no,
ever
I think
since.
2026.
Is it 2026?
Yeah, there's this
now?
dude on I think TikTok that's predicting the future. He's from the future, and something's supposed to happen
my
like
God.
2024, and then he's got something going on in 2026.
Oh my God! If you're on TikTok and you're from the future, you're not from the future. Just saying.
If you're from the future and you're using TikTok, you're wasting your time. How did you get here and decide I'm gonna be a TikTok star? Come on.
Yeah,
You're from the future and you're on social media. You're not from the future.
Yeah, you think like since you're from the future, you would know like a good. Holy fuck! The smoke's just going right in my fucking face.
The beauty of outdoors.
Oh fuck!
At least there's no mosquitoes.
It's if he's from the future, oh fuck, it's really hard to concentrate.
If he's from the future, he would like keep quiet and then like quietly like make investments here and there, so that whenever it comes to that time in the future, like that the person's
He's already a millionaire. Well, if he's from the future, wait a minute. If he's from the future, then the doomsday he's predicting didn't happen. So I mean, there it is. He just eliminated the whole.
Well, I don't think
right
it's like
there.
a doomsday. I think it's just like a big event.
A big event, another big event, but still, like. You think coming from the future, you would know a better way to get in touch with the world opposed to using social media to do it, because
Just run for
nowadays nobody believes anything from social media.
Well, everyone believes
it's
everything
hard.
from social
What
media.
the fuck they do? I mean, yeah, maybe boomers and shit, because they're the ones that are getting fucking scammed and shit off of these
Don't forget, people
simple things.
Put a meme out that says that 5G is causing the coronavirus. And
Yeah,
everyone
and
jumped
they all
on it.
believe it. Well, that's all the anti-vaxxers there. See, this is why I knew I wasn't getting the fucking vaccine. It's
I've been telling people for years they shouldn't put up those 5G towers.
well, we shouldn't make fun of anybody. We don't know if our guest is vaccinated or not. Oh my God, this fucking smoke! I gotta move. This is fucked. I have to stand up. It's not.
I don't blame you.
I'm just
No, I was
turn
gonna
my
say
mic over.
There you go.
Oh shit, my fucking mic. I'll just come over here. I'll just
There you go.
crouch down a little bit. This is really weird.
No, you watch. Give it like 5 minutes. That wind is gonna come in that direction. It's gonna be like, why does fire hate me?
Oh, that's why I'm sitting in front of Miller here. Hopefully the direction changes and the smoke goes his way.
There you go. But what was I gonna say? No, with social media, like I have a major love-hate relationship with social media.
Oh,
Because
same.
it's one of those like it's one of those like I want to go on there and I obviously like my platform is based around social media because people are posting their art online
I know,
and shit.
it sucks. It sucks.
But at the same time, like it's actually it brings up an actually interesting point. Did you hear that? What was it? Donald Trump is actually making his own social media platform.
Oh
now.
yeah, I saw that
Oh.
earlier when
Yeah.
I was looking for stuff.
You know what? I might actually use it, honestly.
on
I'm
there,
so
yeah.
sick of Facebook these days. Like, I'm ready for the next big thing.
Yeah, but this is first off, the platform is called, was it Truth Social or something along the lines of that? Like
For
you know
true,
that-
for being real,
Yeah.
not
I am
fake.
being dead serious. I am not. I am not joking. That is apparently what it's going to be called, and I just know that no one is going to. There's going to be a bunch of people that are just going to go on there just to troll, and then whenever they get like banned from the platform, they'll be like, "But you're not going to ban anyone because you've already banned everyone. You got banned from every other one. Why would you ban us?" That. Like fully like break whatever like crack or like whatever platform he tried to build up. It's going to instantly be destroyed by the internet trolls because the internet is intense like that sometimes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Swamp Talk is moving to Trump face.
Yep. It sucks. I mean, whatever. Views are views, but, we
We'll
don't
get
like
those-
Biden, but we definitely don't like Trump either.
Okay.
We just,
To be fair, I've never liked them.
I just, Well, me personally,
Remember when Stone Cold gave him the stunner?
yeah, that was the greatest thing in the
best,
fucking
dude.
world. I was like, holy shit! Like, thank
Oh,
God.
so you guys are wrestling fans? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We're wrestlers.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
actually professional
Whoa,
wrestlers.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
We
You
went
got
to school. Yeah, we went to school for it, and we usually
Nice.
the last what was it, August? No, you went here. Miller here went in September.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to make it because I went to a seafood festival. Yeah, fuck
You know what?
COVID.
Priorities.
I wasn't letting COVID ruin that for me. Fuck that. I'm vaccinated,
fair
so.
There you go.
All right, the smoke kind of died down a little bit. So
I was
can
gonna say
switch over.
it's funny that we bring up wrestling for a second. I decided for the podcast, I decided to do something a little bold recently. I am now sponsoring a local wrestling event.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was one of those. The promotion is called Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment, and I think their event's gonna be in like late November or something along the lines of that.
Okay.
But it's one of those like they were just asking for sponsorships. And I'm like, fuck it. Like worst case scenario, I can't afford it. $50 later, I am an official sponsor for their next event.
Oh,
Nice.
That's awesome. And you know what? That helps you out because chances are, if you can make a banner or something, they'll hang it up at the event and they'll advertise your whole thing for you.
Yeah, that's what NYCW does.
Yep.
I mean, if nothing else, I know that it's going to be like the social media presence is going to be there, especially if they get some like big names. Like this past one, they had former WWE star Buddy Murphy, now going by Buddy Matthews there.
Yeah.
And like that got a good bit of attention. So, I mean, if nothing else, like the social media presence should help out. I already got a few followers just by them announcing, yep, they're sponsoring this.
So, what was it? What was I going to say? One of the companies around us, I think it's Immortal. They're having Vicky Guerrero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guerrero.
They booked her, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tighten up my mic
Nice.
here. It's a little loose.
No,
Sorry
Immortal's
for the
fun
noise.
because they always have someone big. He always has like 2 or 3 names. on the
Yeah,
card.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking
It's
sweet.
amazing. It's amazing how some of these wrestling companies, like, it's either amazing how some of these wrestling companies are able to get these names, or it's wonderful how some of these names are willing to go to like smaller productions if the money is there to like help promote them.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about indie wrestling because,
Grab
like,
my glizzy stick here.
once they're out of WWE's territory, they're basically free to do whatever they want.
Yeah. You actually
Yeah.
can make more money or just the same.
So I don't know if you're big with AEW. That's the one that I kind of follow the most.
I follow it.
All right, because I'm not a big fan of WWE anymore. After
I don't blame you.
yeah, they've just been letting go of too many big names for me to even respect them at this point.
Ain't that the truth?
So right before AEW got started, I think it was rumors of them starting it. It was after All In, the first one.
Right.
We went to a Immortal show. We might have been on for like, I forgot, but Billy Gunn was there.
Oh yeah, he's fucking.
Oh, no,
shit.
we didn't wrestle that one, but we were there to support one of our wrestlers for our
He's
company.
facing Billy Gunn.
Yeah, he faced Billy Gunn, and
Shit.
we
That
were
was
like,
fun.
"Oh shit!" So we thought like, "Oh, he might be getting signed to AEW," and something happened along the road, and it didn't end up happening, and it fell through.
Oh.
But yeah, it's unfortunate.
A bunch
for
of
him.
other people we wrestle with made
Yeah.
it onto the AEW though.
Yep.
Oh
yep.
shit! Nice.
Yeah.
This smoke is fucked.
I was gonna say I got a buddy of mine who goes by Zach Miles. He's trying to make it into wrestling. It's been like a lifelong passion and dream of his to do. He recently had like a tryout match for one of the local production companies or whatnot, and like I saw the tryout match because he sent me a video of it. I thought he was pretty good. The other guy seems a little stiff, but that's just my personal preference or what I saw in that one. But it's always incredible, especially like on the indie circuit. It's like some of the indie promotions or indie matches or some of the indie moments are some of the ones that like intrigue me sometimes a whole lot more than WWE and AEW.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you guys aware of an independent wrestler by the name of Effy, EFFY?
No, not me. No.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, they are probably one of the more prominent names in wrestling, independent wrestling right now. They recently had matches against the former Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona.
Yep.
And fucking I part of the reason why I saw the sponsorship for the wrestling promotion is because I sponsored his own podcast as well to try to get my name out there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But like, yeah, no, like they're an incredible presence. Warhorse, especially whenever he got into on an episode for AEW, like that was incredible. You know, some of these big names like Minoru Suzuki and such, like getting these opportunities to wrestle and independent. Like it's fun. It's getting to the point to where like wrestling is fun when you're just watching independent stuff.
Oh yeah, I like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
independent stuff way better.
Way
Yeah.
more. Who did you mention Zach Clayton and Ace Austin?
No.
All right, so
JWoww's boyfriend?
yeah. So one of our wrestlers before he moved away to Florida or moved back to Florida, it was Zach Clayton. He started dating JWoww from Jersey Shore.
Oh shit.
He went on to be on their most recent seasons. I forgot they brought it back. And then a couple months ago, he was on AEW Dark, I believe.
I think he was on there a couple times.
Yeah, he's been on a couple times.
Same
So
with Fox
if you
on there.
if you ever end up seeing Zach Clayton, definitely support him, watch his matches.
And all you
because-
gotta do is Google JWoww, and
Yeah.
he's right there.
Yeah. They make wait. He had a nickname on the show.
24?
Yeah, 24. That's what they call him.
Because he's 24?
Nice. No, that actually reminds me. So you guys said you're fans of AEW. You remember whenever Lance Archer was being like hyped up before he actually debuted?
Yep.
You remember like the wrestling match and like that backwoods or whatnot with all those like, you know, low life bums or whatnot surrounding the ring, like trying to wrestle him or whatnot. A bunch of those guys are actually a part of the local wrestling scene whenever I went to college, and I knew a whole bunch of them when I saw that spot. I'm like, oh shit, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the fact because I'll even say this about WWE. If you're trained and you're a professional wrestler and you show up to a WWE event and you say you're willing to work, they will put you on as either a security guard. They'll let you work
Oh,
the
yeah.
show.
I think
They'll
now
they'll
you have
even
to-
let you do like run-ins, like
gotta
you know
do,
how.
application now to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just fill out an app, but I mean, chances are they'll
It used
they'll
to
let
be
you
you just
work.
show up.
Yeah, because another buddy of ours, Shane Alden,
He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere right
Dude's
now.
everywhere.
He's actually a movie director. One of his movies is
Oh,
on
shit.
Amazon Prime. It's Nebula something. I forgot. My bad,
Still, that's
Shane
awesome.
Alden. Yeah, it's really good for him. Props to him. He also runs his own company, World of Hurt, out in Vermont and around that area. He does run-ins, so every time WWE has an event in either Albany or around the New England area,
I think he just had a show recently.
yeah, you'll see them like they'll do like a pull apart where like two wrestlers are like brawling it out, and they call in security to do the pull
He was
apart.
also on TNA. too.
All
Right.
that security that you see are indie wrestlers, like for the most part, or trainees for the WWE. So
That's why I usually assume more often than
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It actually reminds me. Whenever I was in college, I went to a lot of NXT shows because they would do 'cause I was in,
NXT's so
like,
good.
It is, but like especially back then, like whenever I could go to like watching NXT and then going to an NXT live show is a wholly different experience, but it's absolutely incredible because
Yeah.
it's basically like the independent
It
wrestling
is.
field because they're doing it in like armories and like,
small
you know,
venues.
yeah,
So
small
it's
venues
nice.
and stuff.
Yep.
Like one of the first wrestlers I got to meet was the guy who's currently on WWE called Mace. He was Brandon Williams, like right after he had just signed on, like he was a security guard there, and I even got his signature.
Yeah.
But some of the other instances, like definitely including with the small fields or the small indie feel, is like the interactions that we would have. I once got absolutely roasted by a wrestler in the middle of a match.
Well, those are good. I love when a wrestler will point you out in a crowd and fucking just.
Oh, he didn't have to point me out. I made myself fully fucking obvious. So freaking, it was Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss going up against Heavy Machinery, and what Tino and Riddick were doing to tease the big, hosses that were Heavy Machinery was they would do like push-ups, like showing you, hey, we're fit, we're physical, blah 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 blah. Well, Tino had just tagged out and was on the floor doing push-ups. I leaned over the rim like, "Hey, Tino, I can do push-ups too," without missing a beat. He looks right at me. He's like, "Yeah, but do you look like me?"
That's
And keep in
awesome.
mind, this guy is jacked. So, like, the whole entire place was like, ooh. I was like, he's not wrong. He's got me there.
And coming from a wrestler's perspective, like to be able, like, was it mid-match that he said this to you? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was right in the middle of a match.
Yeah, so coming from a wrestling perspective, that is very hard to be that witty because all that's on your mind is remembering all the different parts of the match. Like, you don't want to fuck
Right.
up any of the spots. You want to make sure you nail it to make
Unless
them
you're one
look
of those
good.
people that plan it as they go.
Yeah, or like most wrestlers will just call it as they go. They'll name out a couple spots like the start, the mid, or the double down, and then the finish usually, and then call the rest of the match in ring. That's why
Right.
sometimes like you'll see them or you'll very clearly hear them yelling or talking in a person's ear, but for them to be that witty like mid match is like that's a
impressive.
good that is impressive because like I know that like I go out there because we're a comedic tag team, so
Okay.
we have all our spots on our mind, and then that also includes the comedic spots and things that need to be said for it to be funny and like
Yeah.
so like we don't really have too much leeway when it comes to the crowd for if they say anything, so
Well,
we
I
just
don't even interact with the crowd.
we kind of just throw up our arm and
Like,
we'll be like, oh, all right, dude, you know, kind of like that simple like, okay, we acknowledge you but we don't know how to respond to you.
yeah,
Right.
we're not witty, dude.
Yeah, we ain't
If
witty
you're,
like
if
that.
you're looking for some quick wits from us,
We're like
go
we're
somewhere
sweating on the inside, like trying to remember the match to make sure we don't fuck anything up. And it's
else. I
just,
fucked your
yeah.
mom last night. All right,
all right, dude. Props to you, bro.
your arms are small. Okay.
All right, yeah, dude. Okay, you want an orange?
What would have been funny is if like, "Hey, I fucked your mom last night." "Hey, me too." Wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
What?
yeah. Wait, what?
No, but it's incredible. Like, I love wrestling. I just love, interactions like that. So yeah, hey,
Awesome.
credit to you guys for being able to be a part of it. I can only imagine how
It's fucking
interesting
fun.
the experience is.
Yeah, if you ever want to check us out, we're on YouTube, Dillon Street Boys. You just
Dillon Street Boys.
Yeah, you just have to type that in. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure we'll pop up.
Duly noted.
Oh yeah, we
Duly
should pop up.
noted.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also, like, he just recently started posting my gaming streams. I don't really game. It's
no,
more.
you don't, because the second episode I had all the description written out. You didn't play one single video game.
No,
I was like,
no.
oh, I guess I should watch these now.
Well, it's so tricky because I have so much running on my stream.
We got one dislike.
And it's more so of like me streaming live, which is totally fine with Twitch because Twitch allows you to do that.
Yeah, it's talking.
Yeah, it's talking, just chatting. You can select that shit. And that's what I do. I do like I do Too High Tuesdays, Wasted Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, and Fucked Up Fridays.
Yeah, I got to post
It's
the
just
other
a bunch
two.
of drinking and smoking. But I mean, people watch it, so
Hey,
whatever.
Who are you to complain?
Yeah, I'm about to be affiliated on there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked. I think I'm at like 2.7, so I'm like 0.3 away from being affiliated.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't wait
That's
until
really
my capture card comes in so I can start streaming games on
Yeah,
fucking
because
Xbox.
once you get affiliated, I'm sure you like people can start subbing and paying, and every like once a month, the Twitch will send you a check for
haven't-
just playing video games and streaming. I'm like, oh, I do this regularly. Like we're
I can't
doing
wait
it right
until
now.
we start
So
streaming fucking Mario Party.
Oh, there you go.
that would be a good.
Have
one.
our guests come on and we just play Mario. Oh, wait, the other person has to have a Switch too.
I mean, that's
Okay, I got a Switch.
That's
oh
fucking
shit.
sweet, yeah.
We'll just plan ahead. Like we'll make sure
Can
that
you
the
play
guests-
online with other people?
Yes.
Oh, fucking dope, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I
What
think
about
they
Mario
recently updated
Kart?
that recently to where you can be able to do that online now, like the newest Mario Party or whatnot. Like they recently updated it like a good couple months back or whatnot.
That's
Sweet.
cool.
That'd
yeah.
be a cool
All right.
part of the podcast.
I'm about to buy a
podcast.
Twitch, and then we can all like that'll be the thing. Like we could do a gaming.
You're going to buy a
podcast.
Twitch.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, or not a Twitch, Switch.
That's the Switch. That's what I was gonna say.
Thank you for correcting me. I didn't catch that.
As
Twitch,
well as, yeah,
Switch, same thing.
I'm gonna buy a Twitch. Already comes pre-prepared. 2.5 thousand subs already.
Yeah. Already affiliated.
Already affiliated.
That next
Fuck
step.
affiliate, I'm part of the partner program.
Yeah, the partnership. Yeah. There we go. Oh, also, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, check out Officer Dick Lips, all one word. I knew you'd get a kick out of that one.
Thank you.
And surprisingly, what was I going to say?
Man, I'm fighting that Twitch right fucking now. Hold on.
I thank you for that. You should see it. It should have like the retro mouse neon colors.
There's no K in it.
Yeah, there's no K. It's
there's no K.
D-I-C-L.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I found it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will give you a follow. You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. I usually stream, it's late hours. It's usually like between 2 a.m. to like 3 a.m. If I'm not playing a game. If I'm playing a game, it'll go all the way to like 6 a.m. But
you know what? That's fair. I was gonna say I've only recently like been getting invested in watching like Twitch streams and stuff, and that's partially because I've had a good couple guests on the podcast that stream on Twitch.
Yep.
And so it's like I wanted to start supporting them, and then whenever I'd like watch them, I noticed like a few like suggested to the side. And now like my big thing is if I can, I try to gift subs to artists if I think they're doing incredible stuff.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's like I would definitely suggest some of the other people in TLGT. That's the clan that I'm a part of for gaming.
Okay.
Nasty being one of them. He's probably one of the best streamers out there when it comes to playing COD and shit. Like he's on crack or something. I don't know how the fuck he does the shit he does, but he's
Crack
fucking up.
Sundays.
Yeah, crack Sundays. But yeah, I appreciate the follow, bro. Like that means a lot.
No problem at all.
You don't have to stay up till 2 to watch me, but definitely check out some of the other things because that's what gets posted on YouTube, I believe.
Right. I was gonna say, to be fair, the job I work at is a night shift job, so I go in at like, or I guess technically second shift. So I'm usually up about midnight anyway. So.
Yep. Oh, all right. Well, that works. Yeah, mine. I work a pretty late job. It's a second shift, but it goes from like 3 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. So
okay, that's about what I do.
Yeah, that's why I get on the stream so late. So I stream about like 2:15 to usually like 3 a.m. if it's just streaming me drinking and like drawing. Like I just started drawing. Like
oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll stream me just sketching some random shit out.
Super Mega does a thing where they call it drunk drawing.
Yeah, that's basically what I did.
And they draw shit, dude. It's so fucking funny.
All right, then you gotta, because I tried doing like a spooky thing for Halloween on I think it was Fucked Up Fridays, or maybe it was Thirsty. I can't remember. They're all a blur to me because I get drunk on every single one. But I drew something. And I was trying to draw a vampire, but it came out as like a vampire monkey with fucked up teeth. Like a backwoods hillbilly vampire. Like this thing was fucked.
I need to commission you for a thumbnail at some point if that's the case. If that's the quality of shit.
Oh yeah, you do art. I do. Because I did a little research on mental illness artists. Because I suffer from ADHD, so like I was interested on other people that suffer from it, and then it spiraled and like fucking spider webbed out into like his glizzy stick.
Oh, not the glizzy stick.
Yeah, how are you gonna cook your glizzies now, dude? You burnt half of it. All right, so anyways, like I did a little research and it went into this whole thing and like. I realized that, oh my God, I draw like somebody with a mental illness. So like, I kind of just like, some people will argue that ADHD is a mental illness and other people will be like, that's not a real illness. Me, I treat it with smoking weed. That's how I calm myself down. But if I don't smoke weed, I am literally all over the place. Like I drank like 3 cups of coffee and shit. Like,
okay.
Like I have so much energy. Like people 10 years younger than me are lazier than me. So I'm like, I'm getting on their asses and they're like, bro, how do you have so much energy? And I'm like, dude, ADHD. But I don't say that. Anyways,
I was gonna say, as at the end of the day, like mental health is something that should be taken seriously, whether it's ADHD or something at different parts of the spectrum. So the fact that you want to address that is good, is a good start, if nothing else.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, coming from my perspective, I don't think ADHD or ADD is a mental illness. I just think it's something like a label that the doctors put on something that they didn't know how else to classify, basically. Because, like, it's just normal people. They just have more energy than other people. I mean,
right.
Or, like, they get distracted easily. Like, that's not their fault. You're just being boring at that point. Be more interesting. Sorry. Like, but, yeah, so, like, they ended up, what I got into with the art was it's scribbles, like a bunch of scribbles that end up making an image, and that's kind of the art style that I ended up doing. But my favorite thing is to use pens. I love the way a pen feels, a ballpoint pen.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about getting a whole bunch of different colored ballpoint pens, and that way I can get some color into it, because usually it's just monotone, one color. I have to put it in, like, take a picture of it, put it into like a photo editing software or something to get some color in there. But yeah, I want to kind of pursue that a little bit more in my streams.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking about,
I mean, nonetheless, it'd be fun to just explore, just to see creatively what you can produce more than anything else.
Yeah, so I mean, for a thumbnail, like, you give me an idea, because, like, that's what I wanted to do the other night when I started sketching. Nobody gave me an idea, so I was like, all right, I'll just sketch something spooky. I'm gonna do a vampire, and it came out looking like a hillbilly monkey, so it was very weird.
I can't guarantee it'll be a thumbnail anytime soon, but I will definitely keep you in mind for future reference, because
no, that's fine. Give me some time to practice.
Fair enough. I would say the way I go about thumbnails is I usually at least ask the artist first if they can, but if they can't, I try to just find someone that has their commissions open and just see if they would be willing to do it, and if at the very least, like, try to find someone close to the style of the artist. But even then, I just, especially if it's an artist like a musician or a comedian or a wrestler or something along the lines of that, if there isn't a style other than just the person themselves, I just want to find someone that does amazing artwork and help them out.
Well, luckily, we do a lot of that. I mean, I draw, he does editing on videos and shit. Like, he makes so on Dylan Street Boys on the YouTube, we have Brattlebrook, which is a TV series that
we're actually sitting in the location of the bar right now.
Yeah, that's where we're filming currently, this podcast. So we did a little YouTube series last year during the pandemic, because everybody knows everybody was bored. And we tried to do the second season this year. It kind of fell through, so we're going to take all our footage and just make a Brattlebrook movie.
Smash it all together.
Yeah. Instead of doing a season, then maybe one day we'll come out with another season, but for now.
Doing the season was fun.
But yeah,
it was fucking fun as fuck.
You mentioning artists, I didn't even think that we would be classified as artists when it comes to wrestling or the video stuff or drawing, and like it just clicked when you said that shit. So.
I mean, it's one of those. See, at the end of the day, art should be something that allows a person to express themselves more than anything else. And there's a million different ways to express it, because art shouldn't be just drawing a picture. Like, music is art, sculptures is art. I think I can make the strong argument that wrestling is art, because it's one of those, you're trying to interpret a story using, amazing visuals in one aspect for another.
That's so hard to do too.
It really is. God. I actually, like, to help further that point, I actually did bring a wrestler onto my podcast a while back. Their name is Edith Surreal, who, ironically enough, like, their gimmick is that they are basically a walking art piece. Literally, like, there was a point, like, starting out, they were just like, they looked like a blank canvas, but then, like, after like matches, there'd be like a splotch of paint or like red or something like that to help like further the narrative that they were trying to go for. Yeah, which is absolutely incredible. But like, even then, like, knowing what goes into it, knowing the athleticism that goes into it, especially if it's executed oh sorry, especially if it's executed as well as it can be, like wrestling can be a true art form. I mean, movies are considered art. Why not wrestling?
That's true. That is very true. Yeah, no, like telling the whole story while basically being a stuntman is probably the hardest thing I've ever accomplished. I don't know about Miller here, but definitely for me, because like I failed at tests. Like if I get overwhelmed the slightest, like I just blank. I go blank, and I'm just like and but then like I get away from it, and I know all the answers and shit.
Right.
When you're put on the spot, it goes away. So like being in front of all those people, and now you're put on the spot. And it's basically a test every time because you're testing yourself and you're testing your ability to, you know, keep that crowd into you and keeping them entertained. And it's just all these different things that you have to take into account while being out there and being funny on top of that. It's just like, sheesh.
Yeah, it's layers upon layers upon layers of just like difficulty, but especially whenever you have enough time, practice, and dedication to it, like the image or the picture at the end can be one of the most gorgeous things in the world.
Yeah, and I give so much props to all the other wrestlers that are actually really good at wrestling, because me and Miller here, we have to be pretty generic to be able to remember all the comedic spots. So like we're pretty simple. We remember a good amount of stuff, enough to be entertaining as a wrestler, but people come to watch Dillon Street Boys for the comedic effect. Like, oh, what are they going to do this time in the ring? Every time.
Right.
How many oranges are they going to bring?
How many oranges are they going to bring to cure scurvy?
Right
or
wait, oranges?
Garlic?
So like we faced a couple of pirates and we thought they had scurvy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So we also weren't sure if they were pirates or vampires, so we also brought garlic just in case.
You bring both.
Yeah, but one of the matches, it was one of the more recent matches that should be on YouTube. We hid oranges all around the ring before the show even started. We hid them under chairs in the audience. We hid them under the ring. We hid them in the turnbuckles. And surprisingly, they stayed in the turnbuckles throughout the whole fucking show. I thought they were going to fall out, the first person to go into the corner. But they stayed. And when we got out there, we made sure to get every single orange, or at least try to get every single. I think we missed a few that were in the audience. So. I remember I hopped, like I tagged out, got onto the apron, and then I looked over and I was like, oh yeah, there's an orange under that person's chair. I should probably go get that. And I was like, get out of the way. And I fucking, cause our whole gimmick is we're drunk park rangers that are from a swamp. So we think our swamp is good enough to be a park, so we became the self-proclaimed park rangers of a swamp, and that's our whole thing. We're drunk while we do it. We go out drunk, not really. We just pretend to be drunk. But yeah,
I want to say real quickly, I don't like. There's a wrestler that whenever I was in college a few years back, like they were up and coming, but they are slowly becoming like an incredible presence. If you ever get the opportunity to work along the sides of Hold My Beer Hansen, that is a wrestler you want to at least be a tag team partner.
I feel like I've heard that name before, actually, because I think that is where one of our co-trainees, when we were training to be wrestlers, he got his gimmick from that.
What?
Okay.
Fucking Zach there with the beer, because he starts bringing out the beer and he's like, hold my beer. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's already a gimmick somewhere, bro.
Adam
well,
Page.
all I know is that this guy or whatnot freaking like he commands a fucking stage when he stands out there, because he's fucking like true blue, like American wear, just like cut off jeans to the ring, like exactly, yeah, freaking bringing an American flag or fucking, you know, sleeves cut off and all that shit.
Oh,
fucking
shit. Yeah, he's hardcore, like, American.
He fucking has a mullet and everything.
Probably
like,
has an eagle tattoo.
Actually, I don't remember. He could. I would not be surprised. But nevertheless, like if you ever like, are working at a show and you hear "Hold My Beer" Hanson, you're like, oh god, we have to work with him in one
Yeah.
aspect for another.
There's a guy around our area called Moonshine McCree, and we were gonna actually face him numerous times, and both times got
the
canceled.
tag team was called Above the Influence.
Yeah, it was Above the
and
Influence.
our promo was claiming that we aren't above the influence, we aren't below the influence. We are.
We are the influence.
Yeah.
And then we
And-
chugged an entire bottle of
Yeah,
whiskey.
we both like, yeah,
Jesus fuck.
chugged it, and then like our because we have 3 people in our tag team. The other person mostly does a manager position, but like he's just behind us the whole time, being like, "Wait, what? Wait, save me some! Wait, give me some!" And then like we finish it, and like there's like maybe a sip left in each of ours, and like I remember I poured the rest of mine out, and I was like, that was for that or something, and he was just like, "Oh, what the fuck!" And like right before he swore, like the promo cut, and it was
our
really-
promos are great. I went on
Golden.
I went down the rabbit hole last
and
night.
watched all our promos.
I watched not all of them, but a good majority.
But
of
we
them.
also like to do, that's also touching back on the TV or YouTube series we did. We only did that to further our wrestling story, because it's all
there you
about the
go.
story in wrestling. So we gave ourselves a little bit of backstory. So now when people see us wrestle again, if they've caught our show, that is, they'll be like, oh shit, I know where these guys are from. Oh, they have the bar out in the woods. Oh, they're also park rangers that run a bar out in the woods. That's really weird, but okay. Isn't that
you
illegal?
know what?
These guys
know what?
once boiled denim. And then wore it out to the ring.
We did. We boiled denim. That's another good promo. We boiled denim and then cut it with fire to make denim shorts to wear out to a ring. And then we proceeded to wrestle a match in those denim shorts.
Oh, wait. I think that was the one time where we were in the ring with the Mutts for a split second. One of them was like, I just smell fire.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they will definitely
Remember the
be
show
remembered.
when they had to be under the ring the entire show? And we had to go fix the
Yeah,
aprons.
that was
And
crazy.
they're just like sitting under there waving at us.
Yeah, all right, so they weren't supposed to come out until towards the end of a show. So they had to sit through the first half of a wrestling show, the intermission, and then everything else. And I think there was a battle royal or something that night.
Yeah, it was one of the Saudi shows.
Yeah. So
They watched the whole fucking thing.
yeah, so like
Oh wow.
yeah, so they were under the ring through matches, and I don't know if you've been under a ring after a wrestling show, but like all the dust from the mats and shit, if you have dry mats, falls through. It's really loud under there because it's just metal and boards,
Right.
like planks and then canvas. That's all a wrestling ring consists of. So it's very loud, and they were like, "Oh, we just watched blah blah." What was the wrestling event?
I don't know. One of the
They watched one of the pay-per-views.
the Great Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
I
they-
remember the Royal Rumble with like 50 people
Yeah,
in it.
they popped in their earbuds and they just sat there watching it on a laptop under a ring.
I was saying
hours.
basically WWE blood money. Anyways,
Yeah, they sat under there, and I'm like, my first instinct was, okay, well, whenever I'm playing hide and seek somewhere, immediately I have to pee for some reason.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know for a fact that once I got under that ring, I was gonna have to pee immediately. So I could never do an under the ring spot. Like
Right.
I give them
I
so
remember
much.
there was one
props.
time when Lance couldn't leave the back area. He was like, "Hey, come here, throw this out for me." And I was like, "What is it?
It was a piss bottle.
He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, dude, that's the way to go." You know, people
right, so-
don't realize how useful piss bottles are.
Funny story, Mr. Miller
Oh,
here.
my phone died.
Yep, there goes our webcam. Mr. Miller here uses piss bottles religiously. Surprisingly.
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. If he's in a tent somewhere, like he won't get up to just pee outside. He just fills up a bottle
Turn
that he
over
brought
and
in.
piss in the bottle.
There you go. Whatever gets the job done, I guess.
Every time we
sanitary.
go camping, we're all done fucking packing up, and we're waiting on him to pack up his shit. And he's like, "Oh, I got to clear out the piss bottles first."
Damn.
Yeah. Is it? Where'd the light go? Oh, all right. Well, the battery's too low for the light, so.
Oh wow.
Oh, we reached our hour anyways.
Oh, cool. I think we
I
only
figured
did
we'd more than
one.
reached it.
We only did one news article.
And you know what? That's fine. If we had good conversations, nevertheless.
It is. And we actually got to talk about wrestling, which is good. I always love when we mention wrestling.
I'm more than happy to talk about wrestling. Trust me. I'm trying as hard as I can to get more wrestlers on my podcast because I want to talk more about it with like the big two that I really want to get is Effie and Danhausen. If I get those two, I am set. So,
well, if you ever have an open spot, Dillon Street Boys will definitely.
Oh yeah, I love doing podcasts.
Yeah, we'll definitely come on and we'll talk about our experiences in the ring if you want.
Oh yeah, we got. I
will definitely keep you both considered for that position. It's one of those guests have been, coming and going with me or whatnot. So if I ever do have a position, you guys have an open invitation.
That's fine. That's awesome.
Before we completely end it, we got a Florida man.
Oh yeah, we got to hear about the Florida man.
Oh, this one's fucking
absolutely
fantastic. When someone says Florida man, you know it's going to be something that's not human. If I can scroll to the top. Here we go. If I can scroll to the top. No, yeah, block it. I don't care. All right. Come on, scroll to the top. All right. Florida man arrested for pleasuring himself with ice pack. Oh, my.
That's just a standard Saturday night. I mean.
This little thing is cold, so it's not. Let me repeat that. Because there's a pop-up. Florida man arrested for pleasuring himself with ice pack in front of first responders, please say.
Oh.
Yeah. So a Florida man has been arrested for, oh my God, why is there so many pop-ups?
You know what? I think the headline alone is just perfect. Because, I mean, that just leaves a lot for the imagination.
I wanted to get to the part that I saw earlier, which is the reason why I picked this.
I can't, did he, get tended to by the paramedics? They gave him an ice pack for something, then he immediately was like, I need to jerk off with this.
Yeah. He's probably thinking to himself, oh, man, this ice pack feels good. I hope I don't jack off.
And just starts jacking off with it. What's wrong with Florida?
He was probably just giving the ice pack. He thought himself, I didn't know they get fucking complimentary fleshlights. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Every time I get hurt, I get a fleshlight? Oh, the bums are going to love this underneath the bridge.
Oh, wow. This thing does not work in the cold.
No, Birdie, you can use it after I'm done, damn it.
God! You're gonna melt all the ice.
It only works when it's cold.
Just spank it a few times to get into the right shape. Come on.
Shh, you're going to wake the alligators, damn it. And then I'm going to have to fuck them.
If you fucking alligator, I'm impressed. I'm sorry.
Shit, I would be impressed too. God damn. I'm sure the alligator would be impressed too. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
That's a crazy feat to accomplish.
Shit, it's not the part isn't in the. Wow.
How?
What?
How'd you mess up this article?
No, it's just that the headline that I picked that was on Reddit mentioned something about how he was twerking and stuff.
What?
And I can't find that in the article. I guess he was twerking and stuff.
With the ice pack?
No, this is a different incident that happened before this. The first time he went to jail.
Oh, he twerked, went to jail, and then got out and then jerked off with an ice pack and went back to jail?
He,
when they say that ass is criminal, that's not what I had in mind.
I wish I had the Reddit open so I can read the headline that was on Reddit. Because that mentioned twerking, this, and something else.
Jesus.
Stole ham or something, started twerking on it. I don't know. It's fucking Florida. Make it up. It probably happened.
Yeah.
That guy who stole the fucking the deli meat and climbed up through the ceilings at Subway. After he put in an application.
Was that a Florida man?
I think that was a Florida man.
if not, that's like borderline Alabama, man. Like that. That's
Oh yeah.
like a little more lethal.
They're like, what the hell is this
I like-
subway?
I like how they okay, this is how they worded it. On October 14th, 30-year-old Terry Majors of Pinellas County, Florida, was arrested and charged with exposure of sexual organs, a misdemeanor. He was released. Oh, the next day. Oh, they let him go.
Yeah, because that's a normal thing in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was experienced shortness of breath.
Oh,
Once
we had
the
COVID
EMT
too?
Yeah. Once the EMT crew arrived, Majors removed his clothing and began masturbating with an ice pack.
Oh my God,
He
I'm
probably-
being tended to. Ooh, I'm so hot.
He probably saw the flashing lights like, oh, party time.
All right, boys, let's do this. Yeah, here we go.
shit.
He was released from jail, serving a 1-year sentence on felony drug charges for selling crack cocaine to an undercover cop.
Did the
That's
cop
normal in
use the
Florida.
crack cocaine? And
I don't know.
because it was shitty crack cocaine, he's like, yeah, he's got to go to jail.
No comment.
Oh man, fucking Florida. Oh, here's the twerking part. And a similar incident just a month ago, a Florida man was tased for twerking in front of police during an arrest and subsequently charged with a murder of a number of traffic offenses. Oh, so this was a different guy.
Wait, it was a traffic stop and he got out and started twerking?
Yeah, he started twerking.
I think I saw the video.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God! On September 7th. Oh, this is another guy. Was pulled over for being caught using a median and a left turning lane to pass cars. Why is that mentioned in the article?
Because
Once
that's
he
pretty
exited
illegal.
he refused to return to his car, removed a knife from his wristband and threw it into the grass.
Oh,
along
shit.
with-
Oh, well, he disarmed himself. so
normal Florida stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they should be, talking about the positive, not so much the negative. Like, he disarmed himself. He took the knife out from his wristband and just threw it. He could have used that on a cop.
Well, that's why he was twerking. He was celebrating the fact that, hey, I'm good. I'm good. Uh-huh.
I don't need this
Florida
knife.
man twerks to celebrate.
See?
I don't know what he's celebrating.
Wait, type those words into that AI website real quick.
Oh, shit.
if I can get it.
We're going to have an AI
I don't
come up
remember
with
what
a
it was
new
called.
Jarvis.
talk.
I'm sure if you just type in like Florida man generator, there's gotta be some generator out there
Yeah.
to like make up some of these stories.
Yeah.
A lot of them you got to pay for before you can use them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it. What am I putting in?
Florida. Wait, what were we gonna do? Was it Florida man twerks his way out of?
Florida man celebrates by twerking.
Oh yeah. I can't
Again, may
wait.
God have mercy on our souls.
Oh God, I can't wait to see what a fucking computer comes up with. It's gonna read all the Florida man articles ever in history and just be like, okay, this is the best scenario, and it's gonna be completely fucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's Florida man. It's not so much finding one that's fucked. It's finding the one that's either the most or least fucked, depending on what you want.
Well, it's also a computer interpretation. So
Yeah.
computers, for some reason, find us completely ridiculous as human beings.
You don't find us ridiculous
Oh, I
as
do.
human beings?
I do, but how a computer interprets us is completely... Actually, no, it makes sense. It's like
This is good.
going to Walmart.
This is good. Florida man celebrates by twerking during traffic stop. And it gives a bunch of links. I don't know why. The video has since gone viral, over 100,000 views on Facebook. The police said they were called after the driver threw cash from his car, and the officers checked the back seat to make sure no money was thrown out of the car.
Wait,
When she pulled the car over, Trit came out of the back
Trit.
seat and started to dance. This came right after Santa Claus was busted twerking outside a Walmart last month. End of article.
oh my God. Yep, see, I told you. I told you.
You know what? I don't know what I expected, but it impressed me.
Honestly, that was exactly what I expected. Hit the nail in the coffin on that.
That Florida man be wild.
Florida man and Florida
Santa Claus, though, what is he doing twerking in front of a Walmart?
You know what I'd say would be impressive? Like, I know, like, Florida man is like, the headline because, hey, it's a person in Florida. What if it was like the same guy doing all these Florida man headlines?
They just keep releasing him, and then the next day he's in the news again.
Exactly.
His name is Florida Man.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
It's his legal name.
Oh
shit.
Man.
Shit.
Oh, if you want to throw your all your socials out there one more time.
Oh, absolutely. Let me give it a second. Once again, I am Nathan Ragland, host of the Postmodern Art Podcast. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, most podcast platforms. Follow me on Twitter at PostmodArtPod and Instagram. Also, if you guys are interested to help supporting me, I have a merch shop with some incredible designs from incredible artists. Go to pmap.
Oh, and it died. Oh no.